Now, I know it's been a rather long journey to actually writing your first piece of code, but that's where we're going to start now. And I really wanted you guys just to get going with the first steps before we actually start writing some code. So let's start out with just trying to look at how it all launches. How is this all bound together? And again, like I talked about before, the main TS file, that's actually the place where it all begins. So here you'll notice that it says some specifics for Angular to actually get a platform up and running, and then we bootstrap something called the app module. Now the app module is imported from a place called /, that means in the current folder that I'm in, that's what this part means. I want to find an app folder, and under the app folder there should be something called app.module.ts. Now the TS is, it just knows that that should be there because I'm working in the TS environment, the TypeScript environment, right? So let's see if that's actually available. So I should be able to find something under this folder called app. That's what it says. On this folder, find app. It's here. I open that one, and under that one there should be something called app.module.ts. That's actually available here. Now here we have some code, and this is where it all begins. We have an app component, which is the most important part right now, and we can declare this app component here. Don't worry, I'll go into details with this, and we'll use this app component to actually launch our application. Okay, so far so good. What is app component? Well, that's actually a specific part of our application, meaning that app component in our case is going to be the root component of our application. So if I open app component, which again is available in the current folder under app component.ts right here. If I open that one, you'll see that it has a selector. Now the selector is actually the tag name. So you'll see this exact name, whatever it says in your application, will match the name we have in the index file right here. This is a selector. So app root matches the name of app root here in the component. And then it says when you hit that tag, load a file called app component HTML, app component HTML, it's right here, and app component CSS, app component CSS right here. So that's kind of the component structure we have. We have a component file, we have a test file actually, we have the HTML file, and then we have the CSS. So these four files are kind of bound together for a component, or right now it's actually what I would call a smart component, but we're going to talk smart and dumb components later. Let's not do it right now. But this is actually how it's bound together. So if I look at my application here, you'll see that right now it says app works. Let's say I want to change that. I found my way. This was where I could find the root, right? I could go in and find the component with that selector, and that selector had an HTML page. So instead of putting the title here and changing that, inside the component here I could change it. Instead of app works, I could say welcome to the course planner. And then this would be mapped. When I save this, it would actually be put from here into the HTML because I see these curly brackets. Don't worry, I'll get back to that. Just live with it for now. When I put title in here, it'll actually read the title from inside my component file and just put whatever text I have inside these h1 tags to actually show it in the browser. So what happened actually, if I go to the browser, it automatically updated. It automatically updated. Did you hear that? Automatically updated to actually put in welcome to the course planner instead. So now you kind of know the basic structure, and where we have the module, it knows about some components. The components, they reference themselves as selectors or tags inside some kind of web page or some kind of HTML file. That tag has its own HTML, its own CSS file available, so this is a component, and it can also display, or using the MVC structure, it can actually send information to the HTML page to display that information using these curly brackets right here. Play more around with that next time. And we also have some CSS to style it if we want to. And then we just add the tag wherever we want to actually show our new application. Done deal. See you next time. We'll try and dive into this even more. Have fun.